In a good newsroom, a breaking story gets checked before it gets printed. The loudest headline isn't automatically the truest. Today, data sources and information. Tara has a solid long-term plan on paper. But she also has a phone that buzzes all day with breaking news, a scary macro story, a shocking number, a dramatic prediction, and each one whispers the same thing: do something, now. This is recency bias, dressed up as urgency, and it quietly runs her portfolio for her. Meet Tara. She's 36, a marketing lead in Hyderabad, and on paper she's done the hard part. She has a sensible, long-term plan. The problem isn't her plan, it's her feed. Her phone buzzes all day with breaking news, a rate scare, a war headline, a record high, a crash warning. And every single alert lands with the same feeling, that if she doesn't do something about it right now, she'll be left behind or wiped out. So she tweaks, she sells a little, she buys a little. It feels responsive. It feels smart. Watch what it actually costs her. Here's the rookie move. Tara treats every breaking headline not as information, but as an instruction, an order to act. Scary story? Sell some. Exciting story? Buy some. By lunch, the careful plan she wrote in a calm moment has been quietly overwritten by whatever the news cycle shouted loudest this morning. And the result isn't safety. It's a portfolio that gets whipsawed back and forth, a pile of extra costs and taxes from all the churning, and, the cruelest part, more anxiety, not less. She's working harder, trading more, and doing worse, all because the headlines feel like emergencies. So, guided by her mentor, Tara revises one habit. She starts treating every headline as an input, not an instruction. When a breaking story hits, she runs it through 3 quick questions before she touches anything. 1. Does this actually change my long-term plan or my reason for owning what I own? Almost always, the honest answer is no. 2. She sleeps on it, because the urgency is manufactured, and a story that truly matters will still matter tomorrow, when she's calmer. And 3. Will this even be remembered in a year? For the vast majority of breaking news, it won't. 3 questions, and most headlines quietly disqualify themselves. Here's what InvestPro wants you to internalize. The news cycle isn't neutral. It is engineered, deliberately, to feel urgent, because urgency is what keeps you watching, clicking, and coming back. So that jolt of "you must act now" is not a signal about your money, it's the product being sold to you. And once you see that, a very freeing truth follows. For a genuine long-term investor, almost no headline requires any action today. Your plan was built for years. A story built for this afternoon has no business overriding it. The calm to do nothing, on purpose, is one of the most valuable skills an investor can own. So here's the tool, the 24-hour test. Before you act on any breaking headline, put it through 3 checks. First, does it actually change my plan? Does it touch my real reason for owning something, or my goals? Usually, no. Second, will it matter in a year, or is it noise that fades in a few days? Be honest. And third, sleep on it. Impose a deliberate delay so the manufactured urgency can drain away, and you decide from your plan instead of from your panic. 9 times out of 10, you'll wake up, look at yesterday's emergency, and quietly do nothing. That nothing is the right trade. Your turn. A headline screams that markets could crash this week. You're a long-term investor with a solid plan. What's the disciplined move? Option A, sell now to be safe. You can always buy back later. Option C, refresh the news all day so you stay on top of it. Or option B, ask whether it actually changes your plan, find that it doesn't, and do nothing. It's BA, could crash. Headline is a prediction dressed as an emergency, and nobody reliably times these. Selling on the scare usually means locking in a loss and then missing the bounce. Your plan already assumed markets fall sometimes, that's why you have one. One more. A dramatic breaking story about a stock you actually own lands at 10 in the morning, and it feels enormous. What do? Option A, trade on it immediately, because first movers win. Option C, panic message your friends so you can all decide together, fast. Or option B, sleep on it, and check tomorrow whether it genuinely changes your thesis. It's B, the 10 a.m. version of a story is almost always the most exaggerated, least verified version of it. By tomorrow, the facts are clearer, the emotion is lower, and half the time the huge news turns out to be a nothing. Speed isn't an edge here, a cool head the next morning is. So here's the heart of it. The news cycle is loud, constant, and built to feel urgent, but loud is not the same as important, and urgent is not the same as true. Don't let the headlines trade your portfolio for you. 1. Treat a headline as an input, never an instruction. 2. Before you act, ask the two questions: does this actually change my plan, and will it matter in a year? 3. Sleep on it, and decide from your plan when you're calm, not from your panic in the heat of the alert. Your plan was built for the long run, the news was built for this afternoon. Let the plan win. Start free, with education and no panic to sell you, at app.investinsightspro.com. Your score is next.